Thank you for watching South Georgia Hot Shot.
All right, we're at the last pilot in Nevada before we get into California. I used slightly less than a half a tank, but I'm gonna go ahead and top it off with the pilot. One, because I forgot to get gas for the generator can, and I'm gonna grab something to eat while we're here because I'll probably end up parking alongside of the road like I do in California. I don't really mind it, especially now that I carry a gun. Before it was a little scary at times, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Lita definitely parked in some places that we shouldn't have parked. I don't know if anybody remembers that we parked behind a Planet Fitness one night in a sketchy ass place, and cops were running around the whole night, and it was scary. So anyways, we get some fuel here, we'll get some gas for the gas can, and I think we have 5 more hours of driving. I stayed and talked to Dixie May too long. I ended up getting into my shift time, so we won't quite make it all the way tonight, especially with me stopping again here. So all right, we'll see you there. Woo. Looking rough. Looking rough. Look at that. Good Lordness. Looky there. So we ended up sleeping on the side of the road here. I was shooting for this travel center last night, but as I was coming down the ramp, I noticed that there was all these trucks parked where they shouldn't be parked. So I was like, there's no way there's a parking spot over there. So we just pulled alongside the road here and settled down here for the night. I did sleep a little bit better than usual in the truck. It took a little bit to fall asleep, but I did sleep just a little bit better. We've got about an hour to go to this drop, and then I think our next pickup, I don't know if I told you guys, we've got another one. It's only gonna go like, I think it's 150 miles. I've hauled for this guy before. He called me up, asked if I was in the area. I'm like, dang man, that's super weird. He said, I'm gonna be like 30 miles from you. We hauled, he said it was like 2 weeks ago. It's like, man, I don't think it was 2 weeks. But it's an 84 lumber load. So we've got that. So that'll buy us a little bit of time to look for something else. Cause I couldn't find anything that I wanted to pull the trigger on. I wasn't happy with. I mean, it looked like there was a lot of containers being posted yesterday. You know, when you see 40 feet, 9,000 pounds, it's like, it's a container. Pretty much 99% of the time. And you can't do those for $2 a mile. You need $3 plus. Honestly, a container shouldn't pay less than $3.50 a mile. It's so hard on your equipment. The way they set them on there, sometimes the way they have to take them off, and just the amount of wind that those things hold back, I guess is the word. It's just too much. And it can be dangerous, especially if it's super windy. It can definitely flip your truck and trailer. So it's just not worth it at the normal $2 a mile plus. I'll pass on those things all day long at $2 a mile. I'll let some other idiot struggle to pull those things, because you always see them, man. I seen one yesterday. I wish I'd have filmed it. He was a CDL setup, so it's not like it's no, it's not in the truck. Dude had his flashers on doing like 60 mile an hour because he knew he fucked up. He knew, he's like, my fuel mileage is gone now. So he kicked it back to like 60, put his flashers on, and did what he could do with what he had. You know, that's the problem too with a dispatcher. A lot of them just see the price per mile, and because they're making a percentage, you know, they don't give a shit about your equipment and stuff. Like there was a post on the on one of the Facebook pages the other day of a dispatcher bitching about one of his drivers turning down a load. It was a big old damn tanker truck. It was like I mean, I don't know what you would call it, but the guy was pissed off at his driver because the driver turned it down. And everybody asked him, well, why did he turn it down? He's like, well, he said it looked too dangerous. And it was too dangerous, man. You don't haul like a semi truck with a tanker thing attached to it. I mean, it was completely maxing out all of his equipment, and it was scary for the guy. And you're gonna bitch that he didn't take it? Man, whatever. It's his life. You're the one sitting behind the desk. If somebody turns down a load, that's up to them. So I don't know. I don't know if I can jump this fence or if I need to drive around. I don't know if I should get some breakfast. I haven't been eating like I should have. Of course, I ate 2 meals yesterday. But normally I eat 1 meal and I don't have time to stop or can't find somewhere that I want to eat. And I don't know what they have here, but I don't know. Let me get this truck situated. We'll figure it out. So we've arrived at the drop point, which happens to be a landfill area. And of course I call this guy and tell him that I'm here. And he said nobody's here to unload me. That he's supposed to be calling some site manager to find out. I mean, this stuff's so light I could just push it off my trailer. I just need to know where I need to push it off. And this line of these cars coming in to dump trash and stuff is taking forever. This guy right here can go around me. So I don't know, you can go around. I don't know what's gonna happen. So just sitting here waiting. Been about 30 minutes now waiting on this phone call. I don't like coming to these places. Oh, I think they're pulling me in. All right, so update. The crew isn't here that's supposed to be here for this pipe. So he's like, I don't know what we're gonna do. I was like, well, to be honest with you, this pipe is so light I could just push it off the trailer. So that's what we're gonna do. We got to drive up this hill here and drop this pipe. So, and this hill's kind of sketchy. It's super steep. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's super steep. Even coming into this whole thing, you had to drive up like a mile long winding road. Man, I feel like I swear it's like my back tires break loose sometimes. So we're gonna get up here and drop this pipe here. Oh, it's so steep. It's so steep. All right, we don't have to stop here because we're good to go. We're gonna back in over here by this semi-trailer. Just push it off to the side. The place they wanted me to take it to, I was like, there's no way I could get my trailer in there. The guy's in a pickup truck and he can barely turn around. I'm like, yeah, there's no way. So we're just gonna back it up in here and we're gonna dump it right here along this edge. All right, we got it off. I don't care how it is or how it's gonna be, but that's how it's gonna lay. Whew. Look at that view. Amazing, right? Pretty awesome. Let me get these straps wound up. We gotta go. I can't believe what they have you drive up to dump your garbage. It's like straight up and down.